Because with funding, they'll be able to go on tour. When they go on tour, they will play against likely opponents or countries who fail to qualify, but they did well, maybe second place in their various. Now we know our opponent. We look for a China to play against China. We play against Argentina. We play against teams that are playing similar pattern. But that's just the challenge. The material, we have the resources. Now the league is just coming up. You and I were crying about the Women League not coming up. Some of these players are also playing as or starters in this team. But it's good for us to put our hearts together to make sure that we get the proper funding and allow this team to train. Lastly, if I'll talk about the Zika virus. And the Murray said he's going to seek medical experts to see if he's going to go to defend his title in Rio. And so it's not a lot of, I have few even journalist friends who are also considering their health status before going towards making that trip to Brazil. So it's a very sensitive. A lot of stakeholders have even called for the cancellation of the tournament. But the championship is so big and massive. So it's a dicey situation. It's something that is going to affect people's health. It's like an earthquake. It's like a natural disaster. Because those are things you put into consideration. Like the last match we had, Man U cancelled their match. It was for security reasons. Security first. We could play the match later. They look at the health of every single person. A young boy is missing. I saw scroll on that channels. A young boy is missing in Japan, and the search party is out just for one person. So we have to look at situation to make sure that teams, athletes, officials, journalists, the media, and everybody coming to that tournament are safe from that virus. So it's a massive one.
Okay,
Sporting Life.
Yeah, let's go to Sporting Life. Sporting Life now. The biggest one, Toby, is on Chelsea's sack list. I don't know what was come up with this particular list, but it's according to the Sporting Life, and he has Mikel and he has Victor Moses on it. I don't know if these two players have a future under the new coach, Antonio Conte.
Conte is coming to bring his own style of play, and with he discuss with the players. Chelsea have the record of having the highest number of players on loan outside across Europe, and they have fantastic players who have helped other clubs to win trophies and laurels. For Mikel have stayed in Chelsea for long, and we don't know his plan. Is a personal, but I feel Mikel can play in any of the top 6 or top 8 clubs in EPL, and he can also play in any of the top 3 leagues in Bundesliga, La Liga, or even Italian Serie A. So if he chooses to go. But Conte, let's see. For Moses have not been too fantastic because he has just been going from one loan to the other. So if Conte feels he's surplus to his requirement, he loans him now, allow him to go and let him play his regular football instead of going. Because loan, part of what nearly ruined the career of Obina and Sofa was because he was always on loan, and he had this joint agreement with Inter and the Regina. So they're always loaning the guy, He played in La Liga. Odu Amadi, the same thing to Odu Amadi. So and when the player keep going on loan, it also kills the confidence of that player.
Okay, let's quickly run through the other headlines. Man United want Pogba. I mean, they had this guy a couple of years ago before selling him to Juventus. Now it's going to cost them, £90 million or whatever. Eagles set to fly. That's against them, Luxembourg. Onazi to lead Super Eagles again. I don't know what you think about Onazi.
Onazi has grown through the ranks. He's also played with the big boys from a very... It's like you're talking about Yobo. Yobo came as a very tender age from under 20 and he joined the team. And somebody said, I remember, maybe it was Michel, said this guy is going to be, or Larry Zamodi, one of them said, this guy is going to be future Super Eagles captain. And he came and he stayed, he saw in Concan. Onazi has done well also. For Pogba, he's the beautiful bride of European football. Every club wants him. And if he wants to go, PSG's on his trail, Barcelona, Madrid, everything.
All the big clubs.
So it's good that Mourinho is finally back to EPL and see a lot of players who might like to play for him.
Okay. I'll just run through a series of headlines. Front page of the complete sports newspaper. This one says Nigeria versus Luxembourg. Eagles poised to devour Red Lions. This one also says Yusuf, talking about the coach Salisu Yusuf. We won't underrate Luxembourg. Interim coach assures Nigeria. You're just jealous that I'm still the number one. Ronaldo hits back at his critics. Mourinho visits United Training Complex. And this is the one I want Toby to respond. Chelsea must learn. Terry wants Blues to correct mistakes to win trophies.
Yes.
They're learning.
Yeah. Giving youngsters the opportunity to blossom. That's one big problem for Chelsea. And that is why the management, in their wisdom, they're looking at keeping the coach and see how they can the youth development, because it's not every time. With the high cost of transfer and everything, there's sometimes you can make good money. See Rashford. Rashford has done well for Man U, and now he's given contract. So when you have young stars, give them the opportunity. We saw that even in Man City, some young stars coming up. We saw Iheanacho. And now when they do well, you keep those players. And also, even if you're not even using them, you could say they and make good money. A lot of Chelsea players are outside on loan. And so they must build that foundation. Terry also grew up from that philosophy of growing up and for what he has achieved as a player, and today is a product of youth development. So that's one thing he just needs to talk. Talking about the other stories in complete sports.
Yes.
Gone are the days we used to have the Eagles. When Eagles want to play any game, we just create one big headline. Eagles will massacre, Eagles will devour, Eagles will do this. At the end of the day, they will now know. We in the papers, we are good in casting those one fantastic headlines. And when you now get to the stadium, at the end of the day, realize that the team just struggle to just win. So
people no longer believe in the team. That's what you're saying. So the Prince, you guys no longer believe in your darling Super Eagles.
The Super Eagles.
I also understand.
For me, you were talking that I will rate Blessing Okagbare ahead of the Super Eagles. Because for Cecilia was telling you the other time, Blessing Okagbare did not get the same training grants with some of those other athletes you're talking about. She had to use her money to go to some of these meet, and she's burning herself, and that's why. And she came out to say something. I spoke with her, an exclusive interview. She said, our biggest problem is Nigerians putting pressure on her. Only one player, only one athlete, the entire country. Putting so much pressure, and when she fails, everybody will forget the good thing she has done.
What else can we do?
Said, but it's good. It's good. It's good. People like Austin, like Austin. She's good. It's good. But Novak Djokovic gets most of these things to make sure these things happen. It's good you and I on the media also try to encourage this young lady and other athletes, because where are the men? Cecilia should be proud to tell two of you that where are the men? You're talking about Blessing Okagbare. Where are the men? You cannot produce any male athletes for a country. A country of 160 is a shame. A country of 160 without any male athlete we want to represent us at the Olympics. Yeah. As a man, I'm not happy. So in all, back to Super Eagles, I only because Austin will devour me now if I allow Austin. But on a joking level, the Super Eagles have killed that might of that fear factor, and but they need to come back and build and become African champion. The talent we all always know them to be, and we can get back there.
African champions.
Okay, African champions. Okay, that was 2013. This is 2016. Okay, Euro 2016, of course, starting June 10th, and of course Kevin De Bruyne and Jordan Lukaku. That is the younger brother of Romelu Lukaku. Were talking to ahead of the game, saying, "Look, the only team they actually need to fear in that group is Italy. Remember, they grouped alongside Republic of Ireland and even Sweden is also in that group." Let's listen to that.
I think, it's okay for the moment. I think it can be a little bit better, but I think it's a preparation. So I think, it's gonna be better in a few weeks. But we still have some trainings left and some friendly games, so it's gonna be okay. Pro Italy, because Italy is a great country of football, and we played them like in the beginning of the year. And we know they're gonna be a tough team to play.
I don't know. Vincent Kompany he's our captain. Was a very important. He's a very important person in the group. He's our leader. So, and at the moment it's very difficult because we have many injuries in the back. So, but all the players that are there in defense are very experienced, and the technical staff and the rest of the players are coping well with it at the moment. So, we still have 2 games to figure out how we will play in the defense. So I think in time everything will be ready for our first game against Italy.
Okay.
Definitely, well, they're ready. I remember the coach of Vermont actually named 9 defenders because most of his players are injured, especially their captain. So
they also got injured again, and it's not too looking good for Belgium. But Euro is going to be very interesting because great teams. Republic of Ireland, surprise team. Wales. Yeah. Teams that you might not even
see the need to improve. But I'm still looking at Belgium also.
Belgium,
because
they have a lot
if they take 12 defensive players, they are an offensive team. So they know how to go forward.
Team.
Okay, the coach will cut down the players to 23 today. It's going to be today. We'll know the final players that will be playing, definitely. Well, Belgium, good luck to you against Italy, against Republic of Ireland, and of course, against Sweden. Zlatan. Remember, Sweden are actually under 21 champions, right? Okay, let's go. Well, thank you so much for being part of the program. Toby, thank you for coming.
Always a pleasure.
I'm Cecilia Mogbe. Bye for now.
Thanks for watching and enjoy the rest of your day. I'm Tayo Salam.
Okay, from the team, remember, you can keep talking to us on Twitter. It's channels_sports. On Facebook, we're channels-sports. I'm Austin Okonak. I'll be back again tonight for some more sports. But until then, in everything you do, remember, let's keep talking sports. Bye for now.